Hello guys, and welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing. So guys, this is a continuation of our Queen Anne neckline blouse. So you can see with that curve M. So this was what I did after sewing. So this was how the blouse came out. It came out really fine. So in our previous tutorial we actually did the pattern drafting, and then in this next tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to couple all of them together, including the sleeve and then the Queen Anne yoke. So it's a simple process. So like I said, I told you guys before in the previous tutorial. So in this tutorial now we're going to be doing the stitching. So guys, so let's just get started with our tutorial for today. So please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, your soul colleagues. So these are all of my patterns. These are the patterns. So I'm going to just separate them. I'll show you guys how to couple them. So this is the center front. So we'll start with the center front. So this is one part of the side. So you pin them together like this, and then so in case you are not pinning, you can just stitch it down. You can just go ahead and just do a straight sewing. That's just like stitch it out straight like this, so you can see. So after that you are going to place the other one. So this is the other side. If you know, we actually shared our dress, that's the blouse, the front piece. It was into three parts because I wanted the waistline to be snatched. So that was why I did what I did. So after that, so when you finish pinning the other first side, you pin the second side, that's the other part, together, and then you take it to your machine and you stitch. Just so you can see, just stitch everything down, just follow all of the lines. So after doing that for the front, the back piece is still the same thing. So for the back piece, you are going to place all of your patterns like this and then stitch them straight. So label your patterns, or you put notches so that you will know, so you don't mix them all up, or else your blouse will look funny. So the same way I did for the pattern, that's the main actual piece, I did the lining. So you can see all of my lining, I took them all out. So the next thing, so this is the back piece and then this is the front piece. Can you see the bust area is standing properly? So I just use my wording to pad the chest area, so you can see, and it is standing and it is looking really firm. So the next thing now is for us to create our hem. So I'm going to take the front piece for this Queen Anne yoke. So the hem of the blouse, I'm going to take the down part. Yes, so for the down part, first of all, before then, I'm going to take my final, like almost like my measurement. So I just want to trim out any other excess allowance because I want to do an inseam. So that at that point, I'm just placing all of my measurement divided by 4. You understand? So that's what I was doing, so that any little excess that is remaining from the side, I'll trim it off because I want to do an inseam. So if I was not doing an inseam, I will not trim it out, I'll just sew and turn. Okay, so the next thing for the hem, I came in by 1 inch, and then so I'm just using my hand to navigate how this is going to look like. So can you see, that's how I'm going to curve it. So from that center part of that dot, I came in by 2 inches. So you can see my number on the screen in case you want to register for our online class or you want to order a dress from our website. So from this part, you can just curve that. Can you see? So just create a curve. So basically just create a curve. So just see how I am doing it. So I decided not to put it in the pattern. Most times I like doing it from my dress, that's from my piece. Can you see? So you can just see how the shape looks like. So from that edge, I came in by 2 inches and just curve that in, and then come up and then just float that into the basque waistline of the front. So you can see the way the curve. So you can see it's from that area. That is where I started going up. So note that you are doing this for the front alone. But if you want to do this for the back, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the back. But mine, I decided to do it for just the front alone. So after this, I placed it on my mannequin. And then when I placed it on my mannequin, I saw that I still needed to go up a little bit. So that is why I you can see me, I'm trimming. So whatever you do, can you see that the black, sorry, the back piece is down? What I do is make sure that the side, of the back piece and the front piece, they align, the side seam, not necessarily the center. You understand? Those, so you can see that part like that. Make sure. So this part, so I'm just trying to still trim. Like I said, I placed it on the mannequin and decided to still trim this to just get that curved M to make it okay. Can you see? So this edge now for the side, I'm making sure that part, you make sure that that edge, that they align. Okay, so once they align, once they are the same, you are good to go. So even if the center does not align, it does not mean your center front can be longer than your back, but those edges, they have to align, they have to be the same, so that your dress will, it will fit properly. Okay, so after that, the next thing, we are going to couple this. So the same thing you did, I'll do with the lining also. So okay, it was at this point that I was trying to, I came up, I still cut out about 1 more inch. So at that point, I placed it at the mannequin, on my mannequin, and then I still saw it that I still needed to go up a little bit, so you can see. So finally, I used about 3 inches height for that curve. Okay, so for the your back piece, make sure you place them on your lining, cut them, let them be the same. Can you see? Because we are doing an inseam, so they'll have to be the same. And then I'll take the front piece, I'll place it like this also, and then use my hand to form that cup area. Make sure that everything is okay and equal, and then I will trim. Okay, so for this part, I want to cut out my Queen Anne yoke. So I folded my fabric into four and then took the yoke. I placed it like this, and then I would cut this way. Can you see how I am cutting? So when you are cutting, make sure that, can you see this slant? So you make sure, if you do not cut the slant very well, your Queen Anne yoke is not going to form. So that's just the truth. So I'll cut that part open. And then for the down part is slanted. Okay, so you can see how that looks. So that down part, I did not unslant it here, but it is slanted because I wanted to, because I don't want to get shortage of any fabric, so that was why I did not trim it. So you can see the way the down part of the pattern is slanted, so that's how you will slant it. But make sure you have add allowance to it. So for this is the back yoke. So for the back yoke, I just placed it and then cut out the neckline. So I'm going to stitch this like this. So like that Queen Anne yoke, you join it at the straight side, the long straight side, the same thing. So you just join it. Okay, so after everything, I'll show you guys how to place them. So this is my back yoke. So I'm going to take my back yoke and then I'll place it like this. It is a simple process. So at this point, excuse me, I've not turned it with lining. I just placed the back yoke. So I just placed it. So at the end of the day, I even decided, I was like, okay, I'll come back to that. So this is my Queen Anne yoke. So you can see how it is slanted. So you stitch it the way it is slanted. Don't stitch it straight. So you place it outside of my dart. You can see, and then stitch it slanted. So after that, I came back. So I fixed the back yoke. So it's now to turn with lining. So in order for me to turn it with lining, I want to join them together before I turn with lining, because I want to do an inseam. So I'm trying to measure my measurement. That's my bust measurement, my waist measurement. So that's what I was doing, the final measurement. So for online classes, you can see my number on the screen. Just send me a message on WhatsApp if you want to register for our online classes. So I finished marking all of my lines. That's my normal seam lines where I'm going to stitch. So for the front piece, so I'm marking out my full body measurement in front. So I'm taking my bust measurement divided by 2. You can see, so I'm taking the final shape, because you need, since I'm doing an inseam, I need to join on the exact line. That's join the back bodice to the front bodice on my exact measurement line, or else if I do not do it that way, it is not an inseam. So that is what I was trying to do at this point, just taking out my full body measurement. So like I was talking about the back yoke, I said at the end of the day, it was like I shouldn't have even added the yoke to the back. I would have cut everything straight. So you can just cut your own straight. You don't need to cut out the yoke. So this is my front piece. So now take, you can see my side seam, you can see because I've marked them, I've chalked it. So I'll just take them like this, so it will be easier for me. And then I will stitch, join them, both of them at the side. So the same thing that I did for my fabric, so this is after joining, I'll do the same thing for my lining piece. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to push the yoke, the queen and yoke, I'll push it inside, and then that back yoke also, I'll just push everything inside this way. And then I'm going to join it at that top part, that's that chest area, the whole chest area. So now the yoke are inside, the back yoke, the queen and yoke is inside, just push them inside. And then you are going to stitch it to the edge of the armhole, you understand? So you stitch it to the edge of the armhole, and then I'll stitch the side also. So after everything, this is how it looks like. I've joined the side. So because I just iron, so after everything, after that stitching, just iron everything out. And then this is how it is going to look. Okay, so you can see it looks okay. So at this point, you can try your dress for your client. So for the sleeve, it's a simple process. So I came down by 9 inches, and then from that 9 inches I marked 7 inches for the wideness of my sleeve. That's the down part. So you can see, so the next thing, from that top part, I'm going to create an arc. So the reason for this arc is your armhole measurement. So that's what you are going to be placing at that part. You can see that part where my pattern curve is. So I went and another curve, so that will give me my curve. So this part where I'm ruling now, that is where your armhole will be. That's, for instance, my armhole is 10. So that arc like that now, it should be more than 10. It should be like maybe 11. And then from that part, you measure your armhole. So when you get to where your armhole got to, from that part, you are going to create, remember initially we used 9 inches for that down one. Can you see? So from that point, you are going to mark it that way. You understand? So you curve it into, so this straight one, you can do 10 inches. So it depends on what you want. So I hope you understand this part. If you don't understand it, please just watch it again, and I hope you get it. So please, if you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that. So you can see, so this is how it's going to stay. Can you see? So that part was still a little bit long, so I'll trim that part out. So you can see, and then just give that part a little bit of a curve that way. So like I said, if you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I will appreciate you. Okay, so the next, now cut out on my fabric and then turn them. So this is my lining and the fabric. So I'm going to sew the down part, that's the edge, that's the down part of the sleeve. So I'll sew that. The round part, like I said, that's my armhole. So can you see? So this is how the sleeve is looking like. So you can see that part. So the next thing, I'm going to take this like this, and then I'm going to stitch it. So if you notice, I did not join it, so it is still standing straight. Okay, it's standing straight. So that part, any excess that is remaining, I'm just going to hold it a little bit. Okay, for I know that the original piece, nothing was remaining, so you could trim that, but me, I didn't want to trim it. At the end of the day, nothing even remains. So for the down part, I'm going to just pipe the down part. So for the sleeve, I'm going to take my sleeve this way, and then I am going to place it. Can you see? So I'm just going to place it like this. So I'll stitch it down. Excuse me. So I'm just going to stitch it down. So after stitching out, I'll sew it everything, and then pipe the down part of my blouse. So after everything, this is how it looks. So you can see it came out fine, and it is looking really beautiful. So like I said, please, if you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button, and if you have not subscribed to Stylish Naija YouTube channel, please subscribe to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. So guys, so thank you so much guys for watching. Thank you so much for watching. So this was it on the mannequin. I placed it on the mannequin. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. God bless you. Bye.